48-hour art check, round 23. Okay, so
all right.
I have a ton of animation to do tonight, and Josh has art casters, so we're going to see if we can do an actual 15-minute version or less.
Let's do it.
Okay, so what have you done in the last couple days?
All right. My accomplishments for the last few days should be pretty short. For one thing, our dog, we got him to surgery, so that was cool. But the downside is there were some infections, so he's at the vet till Saturday, but he should actually be fully recovered, which is by Saturday. Not fully recovered from the recovery stage, but just like healed and ready to kind of be home, which is kind of exciting. Has nothing to do with art though, but still has been a massive distraction. Yeah. And then I finished all of the assets for the animation, although there's a few tweaks that, like one, which I'm going to do probably during art casters at the beginning, and then catch up on my comic work with the remainder of art casters too. So that's pretty much, that's what I've gotten done so far. It was a lot of assets. It's funny, it doesn't seem like it would be a lot, but it was a little bit, quite a bit of work. So
yeah, and when you are designing or illustrating for animation, it's different because you're not just doing a flat image. You've got to, if there's an arm, you've got to draw the arm, but you've also got to draw the sleeve, and then you've got to draw the arm underneath the sleeve and the torso behind the arm. And so, like, there's all these layers, so you're drawing a lot more for what you would normally think, oh, I just got to draw this figure. And yeah. So
and I think it's that it takes a little more time in the production stage where it's like you've already kind of laid out your colors and then you're filling in all these extra parts where that movement's going to happen. Yeah. But then, like, I don't envy the task you're taking on, which I'm sure we'll get into. But that's going to be a lot of work as well, just to make this thing happen. So yeah. But what I've seen, just a little snippet I've seen so far, is pretty exciting. So
yeah, it's looking really cool. I like it a lot, and I like the ink because you're doing ink drawings for it. Anyway, I'm excited in some distant time in the future to show everybody this because it'll be pretty cool. Mm-hmm. For me, I didn't get as far as I would have liked on this page, but I blocked out all of Saturday to finish it. And so I'm showing just a little bit of the detail. This is why it's taking me so long, is because I'm individually drawing every barnacle. And it's two 11 by 17 pages. And so that kind of gray area, when you look at it up close, is actually wood grain and barnacles and shadows and rocks and individual leaves and everything else. So it's coming along. I can talk about that during challenges, but that's what I've gotten done, and then the stuff I can't show, different animations. So I made an animatic a week or so ago that you were illustrating, and now that you're done illustrating those assets, I'm reanimating those assets, and so that's going well, though. We've made them so big so that we can zoom in on them that my computer is choking on them, which is saying a lot because my computer's pretty awesome. So that's kind of what I've done so far. I have also been studying lighting in After Effects, and so that's something I haven't tackled yet in anything that I've finished. But for example, there are lights that move in this scene, and I'm going to, if a car drives by or something like that, I'm going to have actual lighting in a 3D environment on the thing. And so I'm trying to figure out the best way to do that. So we're doing something called 2.5D, which is two-dimensional objects separated out in Z space or 3D space. And so that's kind of what I've done in the last 2 days.
Yeah, it's a beast to tackle. So yeah, it's definitely That's cool though. And that page is looking good. That's the one that's going to reflect your intro spread, right?
Yeah.
Cool. So are we getting into challenges?
Yeah. So what
All right.
challenges
So
have you had?
biggest challenge is just literally that animation project. It's a huge opportunity, and I think we're both kind of eye to eye on that. In fact,
Yeah.
we both kind of talked each other into it.
Yeah.
And so, which I think was a good call, but it's just it is taking on a lot more than considering that both of us have full-time jobs and careers, and you've got a kid on the way that's coming pretty soon, and we're doing a lot of juggling and stuff, and it's something I don't regret, especially now that I'm on the later end of the assets, and now I get to see, like help you out in places where maybe the files weren't set up right or something.
Right.
But it's kind of a fun place to be, where I'm just excited to see what you can do with the assets, and like and just seeing it move and stuff is really exciting. So, but yeah, that's probably the biggest challenge. And then the dog thing's been a massive challenge.
Yeah.
I mean, initially we had kind of surrendered the dog because we just didn't think we'd be able to afford it. And then I'm thankful that we actually got him back, because the first vet that he had been to hadn't even given him like antibiotics, and he had been bit by another dog. So had we not done that, like he would have probably died pretty quick. Because like if you get bit by a dog or a human or any living thing, like the first thing you need is antibiotics,
Right.
and cleaning of the wounds. So I'm thankful we got that taken care of, but that's a big challenge, and just kind of one of those things. It's like fires that come out of nowhere, and they kind of happen in life. And but I also think a lot of, and I've mentioned this before, but looking back on my own career, there were moments where I felt just overwhelmed and been like, I don't have the time for this and stuff like that. And a lot of the time in those segments of time where I kind of push myself a little further, I usually end up making work that I look back on and I'm like, how did I even do that? Like at the time. So I'm excited to see the product, and I'm excited that we're at the kind of later end. And like I said, I'm excited about making those changes to those files for you. I'm so going over my time. I'm sorry.
No, that's fine.
But I'm excited about making those changes for you, and then also being able to get back to my comic, which I missed like a day on, and I like never miss a day.
Yeah.
And so that's really a bummer, where it's like, I'm really glad it's Artcasters tonight, because I'm like, okay, I'm going to use that time to get stuff done. So hopefully you'll keep us on in the chats, and when you're working on animation too, maybe we can help keep you up.
Yeah, that'd be great.
That process. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
for me, my main struggle is just time again. Yesterday was the 4th of July, and there are a bunch of my friends that were like, hey, you're gonna have a baby soon, so let's have like a one big last hurrah. And I tried not to avoid those. My instinct was to like protect my time and be like, no, stay away from me. Like I'm working on a project. But I'm always working on a project, and so if I did that, I think I would become like a hermit and never talk to anybody.
Agreed.
So it was great. It was great, but it was an all-day thing, literally from first thing in the morning until midnight last night. There was just parties and friends and barbecues and fireworks and going to the pool and going to the splash park and playing video games and hanging out. It was a fantastic day. But I got this done. That was it. I got about 30 minutes of inking done, and then I was like fried. And I can normally stay up for quite a while, but I had so much time in the sun that I was like, I couldn't. I was falling asleep at the table. So I was done.
But it's good you did that. It's good you got that time in, especially because you're going to have a newborn soon. So it's not a bad call on your friend's part,
Yeah, yeah. So how about plans? I'm just going to let the clock run. Why don't you take a minute and a half and talk about plans for the next 2 days?
My biggest plan is to get back on track with my comic. So I need to, on the animation front, I just need to kind of assist you in like whatever little things and fixes you need, I want to get them to you as quick as possible so that, you know, nothing's getting delayed. And then aside from that, just I really want to get back on track with my comics. So tonight I'm hoping to get, you know, probably like lettering and panel borders laid out, and get to the point where I'm at least starting rough pencils and stuff. Cool. So yeah, it's where I'd like to be. Yeah. What about you?
Well, I'm probably not going to sleep tonight because I've got to finish this animation, and I think a lot of that is going to be waiting for my computer to render things. But it's a pretty intense 15 seconds. So I'll finish that, and then I'll go to work, and then I don't know if I'll be worth anything tomorrow night, but if I am, I'm going to get this page more progress on it. If not, I'll finish it on Saturday. So either way, I'm going to finish this page on Saturday because I've got to get both of those projects need to end Saturday night, you know.
Yep.
And so I'm leaving, and I won't have any of my tools with me. I'm going to be doing a sticker stint because I can do that on my iPad, but I won't be able to do either of these major projects. And so this has been my drop deadline for both of these for months, and now I'm up against it. So everybody keeps asking me, "Hey, aren't these like self-imposed deadlines?" And I'm like, in my mind, there's no difference.
Yeah.
You know, yeah. They are, but I'm still going to meet them. So that's my plan for the next 48, 72 hours, whatever.
I'm excited. I'm excited to see what comes of it. So
yeah, that'll be great.
Cool.
Okay.
All right.
So stick around for Artcasters. Whose channel is it on tonight?
I think it's actually on mine again, so you can just stay on my live stream and check it out.
Just stay here. You can check out Josh's stuff in the meantime at quarterlystories.com. His comic is also on Tapas. And this secret project that we're talking about will be revealed sometime in the future. So follow us both on social media because I'm sure we'll be talking about it all over the place. Twitter and Instagram and YouTube and all that. You can see my stuff at CoryKerr.com. And special thanks to No Saboteurs, Josh's band, for the intro music. So stick around on this channel, and Artcasters with Josh and Scott Cirkland and a soon-to-be-revealed rotating chair third guest that I'm not aware of who it is coming up right after this.
Bye.